Hey, it's Lee at Craftsman Direct, and I am in Durham this morning looking at a lady's house, and unfortunately she had some water damage, but she called us to help her, and I'm going to talk through this repair. It's no easy way to measure it, so let me just show you kind of what's going to happen. We're going to start here. That's about 2 feet. Turn this wall, and you see right there we got to put in a stud, and that's not going to be easy because there's nothing to nail to here. But you've got to nail that corner. This run along this wall here, that's 2 foot high, 8 foot long, and here's the other side of it that we're going to run down to this, and that's going to be the other side of that 8 foot. Here's a little gap, and let's go ahead and measure these at that's call it 3 foot. Here's a 2 foot by 2 foot section on the side of the corner. That's 8 inches. She's asked that this paneling be removed and replaced with sheetrock, so we'll have to take down this panel. What makes sure I understand with her is that we'll leave, and I don't think city's going to let us because they're going to be in here inspecting as latest wires exposed. So we'll have to continue. You got a little bit of framing in here. Continue the ceiling. We'll have to sheetrock the ceiling. Let's get closet measurements. It is 21 deep, and the width measures 5 feet. And you've got these two back sides, which you got to add some framing in here of that's 9 inches on one side, 18 inches on the other, which means it's 18 inches on the front side. And here's another one of these 2 feet pieces, and she has asked for this wall, and the wall is going to measure, height was 6 foot 1. And I think that was 9 long. It was 9 long. You've got this piece here, which is 16, and that 2 foot run on the bottom. This is 7 foot, and so you'll have the opposite side, which will form one sheet. This little corner here, which is about 2 foot by 2 foot. And this is a little bit different. Let's start behind the door and kind of look at the floor run. This is that 7 foot run, so I'd add 1 foot to it. That's got to be a 7 foot run, so that's we'll call it the inside, and the outside is only one piece. This is that same 6 foot height, and it's 47. So that's one 4x8 sheet. We've got this little piece here, and there's a 7 foot by 2. Is that 7 foot? Let me see. Nope, that's not. That is 8 foot and a half. 8 foot 6. So we can either get a 12 foot. Or we can, probably the best thing to do is add, because you see you've already got a stud out for that last 6 inches over 8 feet. And let's look at this run. The height of this last room is 25 inches. And I talked to her about kicking it up 1 inch so we can still make that 2 foot cutoff. So this is 7 foot 10 inches long, so that would be one sheet. There's a foot on the inside. 1.5 foot on the other side of the closets, and we're going to need to get a ram set because that floor is moving. In the back, 1.5 foot. It's 21, 65, 21, and this framing is kind of mucked up. You see the big gap, and that exceeds 16. We'll have to put a joist in the middle. I'm sorry, a stud in the middle, and that 2x4 needs its complement on the inside so we can nail to. So we probably got 3 or 4 framing members to add. The balance this perimeter is that's 2 foot around this corner, and this run here is 6 foot, and let's make sure that's a 2 foot height. And it is. And let's check this run here to the back of that closet door. All right, that's 10 feet. And with that information, we should have all we need. Our first inspection, we got to pull permits, is the installation. And we will give John Reed a call at City of Durham downtown and find out if he's got any paperwork on this one. What she's asked is that we take it to finished drywall to the point of them being able to come in and prime and paint. I've discussed with her the need to put furring strips on the concrete walls, and we've got one of them. That closet, it'll be 2, and this room will have this as well, and that would be 3. And I'm guessing this paneling is going to have a need for furring strips as well. So anyhow, I think that's it. Thank you.